All right. The video that I'm about to play for you may be one of the scariest videos you'll watch in a very long time, especially if you live in the United States of America. Now, let me just tell you what it is. I'll make it very simple. This is a Democratic lawmaker. To be very specific, he is the chairman of the Budget Committee. Yes, the chairman of the Budget Committee. And I'm not going to say anything else because, quite frankly, I really think you guys ought to watch what he says. And then once we watch what he says, I'm going to play it again just in case you didn't hear it. And then I'll talk about it because, folks, it's scary. It's really scary. Listen to this guy.
We are not broke as a nation. We are not bankrupt. We can't go bankrupt. We absolutely cannot go bankrupt because we have the power to create as much money as we need to spend to serve the American people.
Okay, I'm gonna replay this. I'm just gonna replay it. Let's just play. He just said we can't go broke. We're too big of a nation. Listen to him.
We are not broke as a nation. We are not bankrupt. We can't go bankrupt. We absolutely cannot go bankrupt because we have the power to create as much money as we need to spend to serve the American people.
He knocked the wind out of me. He knocked the wind out of me. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Nobody makes a statement as foolish, arrogant, and condescending as this man just made, and as completely, I'm not going to say ignorant, as completely nefarious as he would make, unless there's an intent behind it. Folks, nobody makes a statement like that unless it is their intent to bankrupt the economy of the United States of America. I think men like him want to bankrupt the economy of the United States of America because they are all globalists that want to fall into, yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it, the one world economy. That is exactly where we're going. The guy, listen, even if this guy believes the foolishness that just came out of his mouth, and I cannot imagine anybody who's been on this earth for a reasonable amount of time believing the words that just came out of his mouth. This absolutely has to be very, very calculated. I cannot imagine it not being calculated, but even if it isn't calculated, do you think for a second anybody running the country with the mindset like that is going to keep the country in a place where its cash is valued, especially with a fiat currency? For those of you guys that don't know what a fiat currency is, that means currency that is actually backed by something precious like gold. United States has no such currency. We can thank Nixon for that, by the way. It's kind of like one of the things I didn't like about Nixon. Other than that, I kind of liked him as a president, you know. I know I might get myself in trouble for that, but there's a lot to that statement. But let me just simply say this. Let me simply say, we shouldn't be surprised. This is exactly what we should have expected to see coming across the headlines. Why? Because we know that we are going to a globalist government with a one world leader, the final Antichrist, and we will be within the context of a cashless society. It will be that way in order for Revelation 13 to take place. Folks, look up because Jesus is coming soon. And let me make one other statement. Elections have consequences, and we need to start working around the clock to make sure that we protect our sacred right to be able to speak, because we are the ones that provide consent for those who govern us. The United States of America has been the only country that has stood against the world globalist mindset because of the prominence of Christians that understand what it means to be a salt and a light and to be the preserving influence. Literally the restraining force, as it says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. So we keep fighting, but as we keep fighting, we fight harder than we ever have before because we know that Jesus Christ is coming back soon for his church. So let's get in this fight and let's continue on because that's what God requires of us, you guys. God bless you. Keep fighting the good fight. You've seen it. You've watched it. It's coming. It's around the corner and it's coming. God bless you.